Up, guys? One love, guys. One, and I put I love you. I know this is I love you, but one, I love you for all of you guys. No, I'm just kidding. It's one love. I don't know how to do. I can't do. I give you half my heart. I mean, you guys got the other half, so do what you may. But guys, man, I just was on here really talking about. I did some shorts on there. If you guys are a part of my live and a part of my channel, and you guys are supporters of this channel, I know I reset my group a little bit because I had a good circle and I had a good team behind me, and some people in there was people that were worth, that were good people, and everybody's a good person, but the devil kind of took me off track a little bit, man. Like I said, the devil knows that I'm working closer to him, or to God, and the devil knows that I'm getting closer to God, so he tries to yank me out of that spot, and he tries to put me he tries to get me to break apart what I got going on. So yeah, my viewers is not high. I don't have a lot of people on here. What's up, Dewan? I don't have a lot of people on here like watching me all the time. I don't really care about my counts. What I care about is touching the people that need to be touched in ways that God is telling me to touch them. Okay, so if God's telling me to get on here and talk about him, whether it's one person, even a half a person, it could be, no offense, but it could be a midget. And if the God says to go in here and talk, and this half a person is going to be healed, or not healed, but like get closer to God and submit to God, and I'm going to do it. I'm going to do whatever he asks me to do, even when it's raining and it's not good, and it's not like I'm not doing good and I feel low. I'm still going to do what God asked me to do. And I tell you what, I had a circle around me, and I had good people around me. Then I started trusting these people, and some people have hurt me, and some people never hurt me at all, but I took things the wrong way, and I out of my life. And some people came in here, destroyed my channel overnight, like literally went to bed, came back, and like 20-30 of my main viewers were all blocked and hidden from my channel. I had to reset all my stuff. All those messages that got blocked out from a mod ended up putting my watch out thing down low. All my messages, all the interaction things were gone, completely gone. So I just want to let you know that the devil is attacking. What's up, the Mexican? There's my brother right there. How you doing, my brother? You guys both, the Mexican and the one, man, I appreciate you guys. You guys are of love, and I appreciate the love you guys have. I know you guys have seen me broken before, talking, man, my feelings get hurt, and when my feelings get hurt, I start wearing it on my chest. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not going to be that same guy. I'm going to try to learn from my mistakes. I'm going to try to learn from my errors, I've always said this, bro. I don't like to fall in the same hole twice. After I wore that armor on my chest, where I was upset with, with certain people, and I was talking about people, certain people that was doing some pretty nasty stuff, and it's just not right. You know what I'm saying? They shouldn't have done it, and it was wrong. But I'm not gonna wear it on my chest no more. When somebody hurts you, and you got it in your head, right? And you're like, upset about it, and you're so mad about it. Hey, what's up, mama? That's my girl right there. What's up, mama Latina? Mad love, girl. Oh, I got something in my hand, but mad love, girl. But what's up, Aiden? How can y'all be so chill? What do you mean? What is happening, Aiden? What are you talking about, homie? How can y'all be so chill after what's happening? What the heck are you talking about, bro? Did you step on poop? The struggle makes you, it doesn't break you. Amen, the Mexican, you're not lying. And that's why I said, bro, I'm not wearing this pain no more. We hold on to pain and hurt way too long. And I started to realize that, because it was changing how I acted. It was changing how I was doing my views. Well, World War III's coming. Germany just launched stuff at Russia. Really? Well, I have to see that, bro. I mean, I hope you're not trolling Josh and Mama Latina. Yeah, that's my girl. Mama Latina's back. She's been back. She was one of the first persons I brought back, Alicia. I brought Mama Latina back, and that's what I'm saying. This is what I'm talking about, like how I was wearing my pain for so long, guys. I kept wearing my pain. I kept wearing the hurt that I kept putting in my chest. I kept hurting because I allowed it to hurt me and allowed it to break me down. Rather than talk to these people and vent with them and talk to them personally, I just cut them out of my life, and that did not do good for me at all because I was wearing that pain ever since I did it. It's not like I flushed the toilet. Like I said, hey guys, flush. Those people never went down the toilet because I'm not a flusher. Well, no, I am a flusher, but you know what I'm saying. I don't flush people out of my life because I am not fake. If I love you forever. I don't just love you because you were there this many times, or you weren't there that one few times and you hurt me that few times. My love is real. I don't want to do fake. It takes a lot of energy to stay mad. Letting go of your anger relieves. Yeah, man, you're not even lying. That is the truest statement right there, the Mexican, because I was wearing this thing on my chest, bro. I was wearing this thing everywhere I went. I took it with me, bro. I took that pain with me everywhere I went. And the whole time I thought I'm flushing people away, but I'm not. They're still there because my love is not fake. My energy is not fake. I can't fake that, bro. You get what I'm saying? And what I'm trying to say is that at the end of it, man, I wanted to stay pure. I wanted to keep myself right. So at the end of it, man, the reason why God didn't allow me to flush these people away is because God wanted me to be there still. And he wanted me to make things right. So I made right with Mama Latina. Was one of the first ones that I made right with, because I came to, remember when I kept telling you guys I was going to restore and renew my mind and to re-heal. I was with a narcissist ex, and I shouldn't even call her a narcissist anymore, and I am not going to do that no more. I'm going to try my best to not do it, but you guys just know who I'm talking about when I say that. It was the person I was living with. So I'm not going to call her a narcissist anymore because it's not right for me to say that, and I'm going to try to not do that. What's up, RG? Welcome to the channel, bro. I don't think I've ever met you, but God bless, bro. But what I'm trying to say is that I wanted to restore and renew my mind. I wanted to be around positive energy. I didn't want to be around hate. I didn't want to be around people that were doing me dirty. And I kept flushing everybody away. And I'm not talking about just the people that I had on here. I flushed so many people away. And it was because I was upset and I was hurt even with myself. I was wearing all the pain instead of just like not wearing it I was wearing it on my chest everywhere I went. It was a burden, man. It was such a burden. And that's when I tell you, man, my God is so merciful that I told God, I said, God, if I sin, I want to know that I'm sinning. If I'm doing wrong, I want to know. I want this empathy. I want to feel that I did wrong. I don't want to go to bed the next day and totally forgot that I even hurt somebody. Like, I don't want that, man. I ask you, all you Christian people, seek that. Seek it out. Ask God for it. Ask God to literally put that in you, that if you do wrong, let it be on you until you make right with it, until you realize that you need to repent. And repenting is just saying, hey, God, forgive me. No, you got to make right with it. So by making right with it, you got to go out there and talk to these people. You need to go over there and say, hey, man, I was really hurt and I was really upset. I'm sorry for the way I acted. I'm sorry that I hurt you. I'm sorry that I did wrong. You know what I'm saying? And whether they're still in your circle or not, God still wants you to fix that and make right. Okay? Am I fading out over here, guys? If I start stalling or if my live starts stalling, just guys let me know. So, but what I'm saying is, guys, don't wear the pain no more. If by not forgiving and by not reaching out, you're wearing the pain. You're wearing it, and it's on your chest. And I'm glad God kept it in my chest because I got to make right with Mama Latina. I got to make right with Alicia Sable. I got to make right with JV. I got I got to make things right. And at the end of it, it's teaching me to be a better person, and it's teaching me not to have a high expectations on people too, but know that we're all human and we all make mistakes. Okay. Now, if I can't express how I feel to them, then I can't judge them and get mad at them. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, growth is hard, but you know what I'm saying? It's really hard when the devil knows that you're on a track, right? To phase up and to get better and stronger, and God takes you, or the devil takes you and tries to give you more obstacles and more pain to go through. So trust me, I just went through a little bit that I'm not going to talk about on here because it's not right and it's not fair. I feel like it's starting to fade out. I don't know why. My Wi-Fi is off. Let me make sure. Yeah, my Wi-Fi, so I think it's because I'm pacing around all over the place. I need to find a spot and sit down. But, man, it took a lot for me not to freak out and to get upset. But, at the end of it, man, you cannot control what other people do and their own decisions. Yeah, you feel it. So you feel my energy, huh, girl? You feel my energy. And you know something, but my energy is not going to be about hate no more. I'm trying not to have this energy of hate. I'm trying to have this energy of love and compassion, and an energy that, that's just, I'm not going to put myself in a situation and be around certain people because I feel in my heart that their intentions were never good. You know what I'm saying? Like, there is bad people out there, and that's just all there's to it. And Lisa, you know that. There is people out there that are spreading bad, like untrue statements, saying things that are really, really hurtful, and asking, saying that they wish that they died. Like, I don't wish death on anybody, even my enemy, even people that I'm hurt at, even people that's done me wrong. I don't wish death on any of them. And for you to ever say that you could wish death on somebody, it's the lowest thing you could say to somebody, and it's the lowest of low hatred that you could put on somebody. Like, I would not want anybody to unalive themselves, and if anybody feels like unaliving themselves, I pray to God that you guys like hit me up or hit somebody up, and where I could at least have a friend to talk to, somebody that could help coach you, somebody that could help bring you guys back up. But do not ever unalive yourself, and don't ever tell anybody to unalive themselves, because that's the worst thing you could say to somebody, is tell them to unalive themselves and that nobody cares for them, and say a bunch of stuff like that, especially when they're hurting, and especially when they open up their true feelings to you and they were being real to you. You get what I'm saying? Because when you're being real to somebody and you tell somebody to unalive themselves, it is wrong. And I don't care what the situation was. There's never a right situation to say something like that to somebody, and especially somebody you supposedly have loved at one time and said that you truly care about. You care about them. You don't tell them to unalive themselves, and that's where I'm at. Always follow your gut. We spoke that since day one. Yeah, you're not even lying, and that's what I'm doing, man. I'm not wearing my pain no more, guys. I'm not doing it. And I'm going to try to follow God's path. That light is really annoying. I'm trying to follow God's path. And, life is not always easy. The demons do attack. The devil does attack. The devil does want to see you fail, And that being said, fight back. Just keep fighting back, I don't know why this thing only does 49 seconds. But I'm not going to be on here all too long. I just came on here to just say a few things. I needed to go pee, and to be quite honest, and then I don't know. I just came out here and just I was supposed to just be doing a short, And I did like 2, 3 shorts, and then I was like, oh, I might get on live and everything. So how you doing, Alicia? How's the family? How's the little nephew or your grandkid? Not nephew, your grandkid. I don't know. Am I losing you guys here? Because last time it went to 0, my thing froze out, and then everybody was like, dude, you were frozen for like 20 minutes. Yeah, you see how it says no viewers on here, but then you're on here. Last time there was 3, 4 viewers on here, and it showed no viewers on it, which makes no sense. I don't understand why it does that, and it does that a lot to me. So I don't get it. But at the end of it, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Like, my whole thing when I do my lives, I replay my lives anyways, and I get more views whenever I'm not on it sometimes. I don't know why, but I guess it's because it's tagged out that way. But at the end of it, man, I had a good meeting. I'm trying to survive, man. I'm just trying to do right, trying to make God proud, man. And that's good, man. He's a good little guy, man. But I'm glad I made good with Mama Latina. Mama Latina, you know, she's a cool chick, man. She's always been loving, always been a real person as well, you know. I know she's probably not still on here. For some reason, she comes and goes. I will get there. Yeah, well, we all, I mean, I'm telling you, girl, once you get there, it's still difficult because life just gets a little harder sometimes, but not really harder. It's almost like God's there telling you he's got you the whole time, and it's helping you because every mistake you make, it's like a battle that you're going to end up winning once you fix the mistake. And once I fix that mistake, I feel stronger. I feel better, you know. Like, you gotta understand, before I was really broken, I was really hurt, and I was talking from a lot of pain, you know, when I was living, you know, with my ex. It was hard. Like, it was hard to be myself because I felt drained. You know, when you feel like somebody's pulling your energy out of you and pulling, you know, your love out of you and pulling the good out of you, that's how I felt. I felt like every time I was around her, I felt my love was just being, like, my heart was just being crushed. Like, my heart was just being stabbed over and over again. Almost like somebody was doing some kind of voodoo to me the whole time that I was there. I just felt so broken. I felt so gone. And it took a while for me to realize that, man, that I needed to get away from that. That I needed to get out of that. And then the more I did God's work, the more I helped other people, the better I felt. Mama Latina is solid, and yes, I'm going to stick to my original plan of water, walk, chats. The bar wasn't the best live, but it broke me in. Yeah, no, but hey, listen, just know that you can't look at numbers. Don't look at likes. Don't worry about that for a while. Don't even worry about that. If you're looking at that, then you're not going to make it. Because in the beginning, the numbers aren't going to be high, and trust me, it took to Blair Witch ruining my channel, because at first I didn't think it was her. And I was like, well, no, I don't think it was her, because she said that it wasn't her. But seeing how vindictive she was to me, and seeing how she's reporting my IG all the time like that and all this other stuff, now I feel it was her. At first I was like, nah, maybe it wasn't her, because she denied it, you know. But I'm telling you, I guarantee you that something was not right, and something just didn't seem right about the whole situation. Just the way that, you know, she's watching my lives and talking about me, you know, and stuff like that. And I say Blair Witch. I don't even say the woman's name. I say Blair Witch. Not a lot of people know who Blair Witch is, except for a handful of people that know who I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, at the end of it, it's all good. You know, I'm not going to wear that either. I'm not going to put that in my chest anymore. I'm not wearing that. You know, I had actual love for that person. I actually cared about people. Like, my love is not fake, and my friendship is not fake at all. So that being said, you know, it hurt a lot when somebody was saying some really cruel things to me, and then spreading lies to people, spreading straight lies. Like, listen, anybody could go look up my freaking arrest. I don't have any thefts in my police. I've never ever been arrested for stealing. Like, that makes no sense at all for somebody to sit there and say the things that she said and calling me all these names and all this stuff. Everything I've got was prescribed to me and given to me in abundance, that I didn't have to do that. You know what I'm saying? She just assumed one thing and made it into something that it wasn't, because she could use that against me. That's why you gotta watch who you talk to and what you tell the people, because some people, they'll get you to open up like, hey, you know, I'm here to help you. I'm here because I care about you. And then they'll get you to open up, and like a snake in the grass, they'll use everything you say against you and then spread rumors about you that is really, really unsettling. Yeah, you're right. Unhappy people bring down happy people, and you're right. Because at the end of it, Alicia, I was just wondering, I was like, what the heck are you saying? Like, everything I've ever said was like about how I feel. I've never went over there and said anything about her and about the drugs that she's on and bringing her down. Not even as a mother. All I said is I pitied her kids. That's all I said. And for saying that I pity your kids, she turned around and told me to unalive myself. So I'm like, what? Like, there's a big difference. Bro, I offered her olive oil for 2 ear infections. And I said, hey, use olive oil. And it turned out to be the worst conversation in the world. It was freaking olive oil. Like, everybody knows about how olive oil clears ear infections. Like, I've used it all my life. And she told me she had 2 ear infections, and I felt bad. And I'm like, and then when I told her that, I'll just go to the doctor, blah, 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 blah. I go to the doctor, they gave me doctor meds. Then why you told me about your 2 ear infections? You obviously told me about it because you were hurting and you're in pain. If you're in pain, I'm giving you a remedy and trying to tell you about a remedy, and you're knocking me down for giving you a remedy. Yeah, well, I am listening to my gut for sure. But what I'm saying is that's just some that's some jacked up stuff. And it turned out to be a pun too for a little while. We used it as a pun, like, yo, don't you offer no olive oil? Like, dude, if you never used it, how do you know if it doesn't work? Like, if one day you're in pain and you got really bad 2 ear infections and you're in pain, you're going to do whatever remedy and look at any remedy. And then when you actually do the remedy and it works, you should have came back and been like, hey, I'm totally sorry. You know, you're right. I tried it. What would it hurt by putting warm olive oil in your ears that literally is on literally all over the Google? You can read it, and it literally says it works. It even tells you how it works and what it does to help you. So it's like, but you're right. I'm not worried about that. But, you know, what I'm talking about is how hurt people want to hurt people, basically. So it's all good. But, you know, when you want them, you're done with them and you want them out of your life, you're not going to go, you don't want to see their name anywhere else. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of it, wherever she is, I'm not. You get what I'm saying? Say, car girl. Why would I say that, car girl? But anyways, yeah, man. Maybe you might be Sigma, but I ain't no Sigma. I'm God's man. I'm God's soldier. I'm a soldier of God. I ain't no Sigma. But anyways, yeah, man. But you're right, though, Alicia. No power over me, and you know, I'm not giving her a moment of my thought. No more of my thought. I just wanted to say that, you know, get that out of my chest a little bit, and then, you know, move on. The whole point is God put stuff in my chest to make right, and I'm glad I made right with you. Thanks, nice. And anytime, Carboy. 762. What is Sigma? Anyways, is that your fraternity? You got a fraternity called Sigma? I'm sorry, bro, but I don't know what that is, and I just don't support things that I don't know what it is. So no offense. You know, but yeah, at the end of it, you know, I don't know. God is good, and I'm just going to try to walk and get closer to God every day, man. I know I'm not perfect. I know I make mistakes. God knows that I'm not perfect. God knows I make mistakes as well. But, you know what I'm saying? I know that my who I am is not fake. I don't do fake. You know, every now and then I do make mistakes and might make the wrong judgment call. But you know what I'm saying? I just not fake and I don't do fakeness, you know what I'm saying? My heart is committed, man, and even to all you guys, Alicia, my heart is committed to you as well, because I do have love for you. You know what I'm saying? I have love for JV as well. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have love for Mama Latina. I got love for the Mexican. You know what I'm saying? I generally want to see you guys win, man. I don't want to see any of you guys lose. I don't want to see any of you guys get hurt. I don't want to see any of you guys get used. I want all you guys to be able to go to heaven. I want to go to heaven and be able to meet all you guys there and be like, hey, man, I'm glad all you guys made it, man. Because it's a rough life, man. It's a rough world that we're living in. And Russia and Germany are fighting right now. You know, I'm telling you guys, there's going to be a lot of stuff happening that the Bible predicted. The Bible predicted all this stuff. So if the Bible predicts all this stuff, guys, man, there's truly something going on in this world. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got to, I'm just saying, man, let's just stay close to each other. Let's pray for each other. Let's cheer for each other. Let's not bring each other down. And if any of us have an issue with each other from this day on, from this moment on, if any of us get hurt for any reason at all, message me, or I'll message you, or I'll call you and say, hey, this is why I'm hurt, and this is why I'm upset with you, or this is how I feel about what you said or did or whatever. From this day on, I'm not going to go talk behind people's back without saying it to their face or without telling them straight up. You get what I'm saying? Because that's not who I am, and it's not who I want to be. You need to know you're loved, and we are all human. Amen. Thank you, Alicia. And same to you, man. Like I said, man, I made mistakes, and you know, my whole thing is to fix my mistakes and try to walk in a better line. You know what I'm saying? Like, obviously, Alicia, somebody was stopping you from hanging out with me. You know, I don't know why, and you know, actually, I know why it happened. I know, but if God would have wanted that to work out, He would have worked it out. You get what I'm saying? The devil's got nothing on God. You get what I'm saying? So at the end of it, you know, I'm not worried about that. You know, I feel bad for the way I reacted to it, and you know, at the end of it, it's all dead in the water. We're good now. Mama Latina, I'm good with you. I'm good with you, Alicia. Alicia, I'm good with you know JV. You know, at the end of it, I just personally, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to people that I know that aren't for me, you know, and that are, you know, that are trying to hurt me seriously, I'm just taking a step away. I'm not going to encourage any fighting. I'm not going to start any crap. I'm not going to start any fights. I'm not going to talk bad about it anymore. I'm going to stop talking about Blair Witch all in itself. You know what I'm saying? At the end of it, you know what I'm saying, I don't want any more drama. I don't want any more crap. I don't need any more, like, you know, curses or whatever, you know. Yeah, you're right, Alicia. You're absolutely right. We all have bad days and emotions, but sometimes we need to process them and communicate. That's my point that I did. But you got to understand that when I was doing my YouTube, do you know how many people I flushed down the toilet? Like, at the end of it, do you remember how many people that did me dirty and I was quick to flush the toilet and bring them down? Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. Good words. Amen. Because you keep the curse going when you give it any time of power. You're absolutely right. You do you. That's why we are here. God bless, my God. And thank you, Miss Destiny. Thank you. I appreciate that, man. I love you guys, man, and I appreciate you guys. It's only a select few of you guys that I come here for, but I know God is somebody's going through what I'm going through. I'm not the only one going through this, guys, and I know you guys are going through stuff as well. We're all going through the devil's attacks and demons attacks, okay? And we got to stop giving them power over us when we keep sharing their name and keep sharing the situation, and I got to get better at that. I'm learning how to get better at that. You know, I'm an emotional person, and when somebody hurts me, it's so hard for me to keep it in because I'm not. I guess I just don't do fake, and I'm so real that when something bothers me, I can't keep it in. I'm so upfront about how I feel, guys, you know? And when something hurts me and it's sitting in my chest, it's so hard to ignore that pain and just say, I'm not, but I need to ignore that pain because that pain is only going to have power over me when I voice it out of my mouth and when I say something about it. You know what I'm saying? So I need to stop. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, I did care about this person if I'm still bothered by it. Get what I'm saying? If I wasn't bothered by it, why would I talk about it? Get what I'm saying? I would have just flushed it down and I would have been done with it and I wouldn't care. So obviously I'm bothered by it. Get what I'm saying? But I shouldn't give that person power over me by me talking about it. And this is what I'm trying to say and get done, to where I could just literally be done with it. Even if I'm hurt and it's sitting in my chest, I need to learn to ignore that hurt and that pain and to let it go. Get what I'm saying? And that's what I'm trying to do. Like, it was so hard for me when I was hurt last night not to jump on live and just go off and say exactly how I felt. It wasn't even just hurting you. That person ruined you and still wants to go. Yeah, you're right. Alicia, you're speaking some facts, girl. You're absolutely, I'm glad I talked to you. I'm glad I got you back in my life, girl, because you are speaking some facts. Like, and I need to hear this stuff. I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. I needed to hear this stuff. So the fact that I'm venting this out with you guys and the fact that I'm willing and wanting to learn from these mistakes and not fall in the same hole again, and the fact that you're literally, it's almost like you feel my heart and you know how I feel, you know? Godly people don't wish hate even on their enemies. Exactly. And that is so true. Like, I didn't want any pain on my ex. I didn't want no pain on Blair Witch. I didn't want no pain on you. I didn't want no pain on Mama Latina. I didn't want no pain on JV. I never wanted any pain on you guys. I literally never did. I was always talking because I was hurt and I was mad and I kept talking. I kept wearing the pain. But I think God was also showing me that I needed to make right with you guys because you guys weren't the bad people in this, you know, and I should have voiced it out. That's why I said from this point on that if somebody hurts me and gets me mad and I'm hurt about it, I'm going to go to them. Now, I can't personally go to this other person because, you know what I'm saying, it's just not going to be, I just could know it's like, you're playing with, I don't want to play with any demonic stuff. I just don't, man. You know, when you're trying to say hurtful things about people that aren't even true, then that's when it changes a lot for me. But do I forgive her? Yes, I forgive her because I'm not wearing this no more. And that's what my point is too. I need to learn to forgive and let go. And I'm trying to do that. And that's my next step, is saying, hey, Josh, forgive, let go. Forgive and let go. Stop wearing this pain. Stop towing it around with you no more. Like, if God wanted me to make right with it, he would have put it in my heart and soul to make right with it. Just like he did with when he was telling me make right with JV. When he was telling me Mama Latina didn't do anything wrong. And I literally cut her out of my life. You know, all because she gave me her opinion on something. That was wrong of me to do. So that was my first step, was with Mama Latina. My second was with JV. You know, I told JV why I was upset and why I was hurt. He understood, but he said, bro, you should have voiced that to me. You should have just called me, and like brothers, we could have argued it out. We could have said, screw you. But at the end of it, we should have, it should have been voiced to each other. You know what I'm saying? And I handled it the wrong way by going on YouTube Live and talking about it because it was so hard for me to be real when I was hurting so bad at that time. Like, I was hurting, I was mad, I was just, oh man, I was just feeling it so much. And I wore it ever since then for a while, you know? It was the public platform bashing with emotions. Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? Well, okay, listen, Alicia, when I get on here and I get on live, I'm talking from my heart. I'm talking from my soul. This is not a show. Like, I don't get on YouTube to make a show. I go on here to talk from my heart, talk from my soul, and talk from who I am. I talk from like deep in me, okay? Like, so when you reach deep in you and you got nothing but hurt and pain in it, what else are you going to talk about? I can't just talk about sports and talk about God whenever I feel deep down hurt and pain in my heart and my soul, and I feel like destroyed. Like, it was so hard for me not to talk about it when I'm always talking from my heart and soul. Like, I don't know how to handle that. And I should have probably never got on live. First of all, I mean, my best thing for me is I should have never got on live. But I got on live, and I did it because I felt like I'm sharing my life with you guys. Get what I'm saying? I'm sharing my heart with you guys. Listen, when I let you guys in, I don't look at you guys as just YouTube people. A lot of y'all have my phone number. A lot of you guys have my IG. A lot of you guys have my Facebook. A lot of you guys I share my life with you guys. You get what I'm saying? So, like, some people are just YouTube people because I don't know their name and I don't know them personally. But the people I personally know, you guys aren't YouTube people. You guys are people and friends and family to me. And when I'm talking out of my heart and I'm talking out of my soul and I'm talking out of pain, it's so hard to push it aside and just be fake. It is so hard. And that's why I keep saying I don't do fake. I cannot fake being who I am. I can't fake that on YouTube. Now, if I have a persona that I'm using only for YouTube, it would have been so easy for me to fake that. I could have faked it so easy. I could have just been somebody I'm not. You know, but that's not. And at first, whenever I was roasting people, yeah, that's who I am. We have brothers. We used to make fun of each other all the time. We put each other down all the time. We did it for fun. We used to go to sleep laughing at each other and making fun of each other. But sometimes we need a break. Yeah, you're not lying. And you were detoxifying your mind and isn't always crisp. Well, we've been here and stuck around because you are real. Thank you, Alicia. I appreciate it. And that's what JV, I know JV is the same way. I felt a spiritual connection with JV. You know, and I feel a spiritual connection with you too, Sable. You know, and to be honest, Sable, I wish that you would have came and called me only because I know we would have had a great time. I guarantee you would have had the best time, and we would have laughed, we would have joked around, and I knew that your spirit was good, but I needed to see that and feel that in person. So when you said you were coming, you said you were coming to Daytona, I got so excited because I knew I was leaving Daytona, and I wanted to have that last goodbye at the beach, and we did not have to do a bunch of stuff, man. You got to understand, we are the entertainment. We are what we could have sat in that hotel and just laughed the whole night away. Like, that's just, and done IRLs. I was just so excited, and I felt like, you know, that was finally, I had something to look forward to, finally to have some fun. I finally got to meet somebody that I felt like had good energy, spirit, you know, and everything like that. And I know the devil was sidekicking in there, trying to break everything apart. And you know, and I allowed it to happen because, you know, at the end of it, you know what I'm saying, I didn't handle it good because I got all in my emotions, you know what I'm saying, and then somebody watched my thing and sent you a clip that literally had no business to be on my YouTube live at all, you know what I'm saying, considering that the things that they said about me before that, and then to see that person was out there messaging you. And that told me right there that you know, that everything you told me about was right. Like, wow, like I will listen. If I knew that this person was saying those things to you, man, I wish I knew. I wish I knew, because I would have showed you how wrong this person was, and I would have had proof to show you how wrong this person was about me. That I could have showed you on video and be like, Alicia, look at this. Alicia, look at that. Alicia, look, I'm not just going to do this. I'm going to show you that I don't have no need to steal nothing from no one. Like, listen, God doesn't keep blessing me because I'm a thief. You know what I'm saying? I don't steal from people. Stealing is something I just don't do. I don't respect a thief. I don't ever, I've always been raised to not steal, not even candy. When I was younger, anything I used to take, God used to show me and teach me a lesson. If I stole a piece of candy from the store, I would lose 20 bucks. If I stole something for somebody else and not even for myself, I would lose something way more valuable than that, or somebody would steal from me. I never stole because I was like, man, that's God teaching me a lesson not to steal. And ever since I was young, stealing was something I just never did. Yeah, I feel you, girl. I know. And you're right, because you were going through a lot of darkness. I was going through a lot of stuff as well. But I think the linking up thing would have been a good thing. I think that it wouldn't have been a bad thing. It wouldn't have been a sexual thing. We would have just been hanging out, YouTubing, doing some IRLs together. I would have showed you the beach side. You know, I wanted to have a night to where I didn't have to stress and have to be a perfect person, because, you know, I tried so hard. I didn't go to bars. I didn't go out and do any of that stuff when I was with my ex. I completely cut myself off of bars, and I felt God told me not to do these things, and I never did. And it's not that I didn't have the money. I absolutely had the money to go to bars and go hang out. Okay, I mean, I'm not trying to be cocky or anything like that, but I've even gone to bars where people bought me drinks. Like, I don't even need that much money to go to a bar, because my personality is usually like yours. You know, I talk to, if anybody, I'm so easy to talk to. People come up to me and just start chatting with me, you know, and then they were like, oh, I don't want to do a shot by myself, you know, let's do a shot. And I knew that I was coming to a Christian program to where I wasn't going to be able to do any of these things. And I knew that I was cutting myself out of that whole lifestyle, you know, while I'm here, you know what I'm saying? But right now, I'm just trying to, listen, man, I'm not here because I was stuck here. I was here. And even Sable, come on, you even offered for me to come stay with you if I didn't have no place to go. You even said, Josh, I got your back. I wouldn't let you be homeless. I would not let you go without. I wouldn't like, so I'm not here because I had no choice. I was here because I felt God was telling me. My church was even wanting to get me into another place and help me out, and I said no. I feel God opened this path for me to be here. Now, how long I'm supposed to be here for, I don't know. Okay, I don't know how long I'm supposed to be in this path, in this road, but I am humbly here because I felt God was telling me to be here. It's not that I had no choice. It's not that I had no place to go. That was not it, you know. Yeah, I was led there, and that's why I kept expressing. And you know, only a handful of people knew about this. And you know, Blair Witch was one of them. Only a handful of people knew about where I was going, what I was doing, why I was doing it. It was JV, and it was Blair Witch, and it was you, okay? The only people that knew about, and you didn't even know about a lot of it, because I was going to share that with you when you got here. I was going to share more details of where God's leading me and why I felt I was being led here. Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, you didn't understand that. Yeah, that's another reason why I was so upset and so hurt, because you did not know the time frame. You absolutely did not know. And I know you didn't. And I was going to share all that with you. I was going to open up to you and let you know what path I was heading on. And I wanted you to, I know you were nervous, because I remember you called me when you were drinking and you were at the bar and you were nervous, and you called me up and I said, Alicia, honey, it's not like that. Don't worry. You're overthinking. And I had a feeling you were going to overthink and everything. I had a feeling about it because you were nervous, and I'm like, I know, Alicia Sable, I know you're not no easy girl. I know you're not you don't come off as that at all. Like, I never looked at you like, hey, you were just coming up to hook up, or, you know, everybody was like, oh, you're a guy and you're a girl and you guys are hanging out. There was 2 beds. and we weren't. It wasn't about that. We were, and you know, listen, 100%. Like, whether we had, will we have had a connection if you would have came? I don't know. I don't know that. I wouldn't. I'm not saying that I was planning, but I'm also not saying that if we had a connection, it would have been a connection just made. It would not have been a connection planned. I don't plan connections like that because that's not the way it works. And I was trying to explain, like, no, we're both cool. We both have great energies. We both got this great flow in us. You know, like like just me and you around each other would have been fire. Like JV, I said the same thing, man. If I hung out with JV, you know, me and JV would have been having fun, bro. We're like spiritual brothers, you know, to an extent, you know what I'm saying? And at the end of it, you know, like it would have been just good, you know what I'm saying? It would have been anything negative, but it's the past is the past. I understand that, but I'm just letting you know why I felt more bothered by it, because if you would have gave me a chance and you would have came and seen me, you would have saw, hey man, he's exactly the way he is on YouTube. Just he's a little bit more funner, a little bit more let loose, and not so, you know, like, you know, not wearing his pain so much. You know what I'm saying? You know, and that's what I wanted. I wanted to just let loose. I wanted to just be myself. You know, even though I am myself, but I'm saying more of what I haven't been in Daytona. Like I haven't. The only bars I went with was with my ex, like together when we were together, and we partied for like for a little while, and then, you know, when I felt enough was enough, I stopped, and you know, and I think that changed our relationship dramatically. Like it really did. I felt like ever since that we stopped hanging out and partying, that's when, you know, the relationship changed a lot, you know. And then she's had more hate, and I just felt that hate. It was hard to like even do lives because she would be constantly screaming, yelling, and you know, she would attack my friends that came, like not attack, but like guys, you know, like that's what I told you. I said, like, she wouldn't have done anything to you because you're a girl. She only does that because she knows a guy ain't gonna hit her. There ain't no guy gonna hit her. So she only started stuff and said stuff to people that she knew would only embarrass me, you know. I understand, and I feel who you are on YouTube and the vibe in person is better always to laugh together. And it's an amazing thing. Yeah, I mean, and that's what I'm saying. And you needed it too, Alicia, because you kept saying, hey man, I'm doing things for everybody else. I'm doing things for everybody else. And everybody else is, I feel like they're just taking advantage. They don't care about your actual needs and what is there for you. And I said, girl, do something for yourself. You deserve it. Like, you deserve to do something for yourself. You know, even if you went to to Daytona and you wanted to stay by yourself, completely by yourself, do it for yourself. You didn't have to do it for me or anybody else. It was for you. That whole time off was supposed to be for you. And then when you said, hey, let's hang out, you know, you want to hang, I'm like, hell yeah, I'll go hang out with you. I'm like, hell yeah. I'll be chilling like a mug. I mean, and I would do it because I know that it's not anything dirty. I know it wasn't to hook up. I know it was to just vibe and have fun and just, you know, and I can't do that with anybody else because I feel with anybody else, you know, the intentions would have been like, oh, you know, he's trying to hook up with me. He's trying to get in my pants and he's trying to, you know, he's just trying to take advantage of me and stuff like that. And so I knew that with you, it would have been different because you've always just been like kind to me and good and stuff like that. So, but it's all good. I'm glad we talked it out. You know, at the end of it, that's what needed to happen, was us talk it out and hash it out. And, you know, I'm glad we got to do that at least, you know, because I got no hate for you, you know, at all. I got no hate for anybody right now. I don't even hate Blair Witch, you know. I have no more hate. And after this time, man, like, even if I feel bothered by her, I'm going to try not to mention her at all. I'm going to try to let her name die in my life and just let it go. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't need to wear it anymore. And I've held it in my chest for far too long. I don't need to wear it anymore. Like you said, you know, misery wants company too, you know. So if you're not happy, you want to take everybody's happiness with you. And I'm not going to allow myself to be broken no more, you know. I already had a nasty ex that did that for far too long, you know. She had me wear my pain far, far too long. And I'm not, for 6 years almost. Well, actually, I can't say the whole 6 years because we had a lot of good times, which is crazy because when we were first together, we had, I felt her love for me and I thought she was real. And then it took like, I think it was like 2.5 years in is where I started really, well, actually, is when I moved in with her, I started really seeing that it was like, that, I wasn't as special as I thought I was to her. So, but at the end of it, man, God's got a plan for all of us. God's got a plan for you, girl, too. And I'm praying for everybody on this channel or off this channel. Anybody that wants to be a part of this channel, you guys are welcome to it. You know what I'm saying? Just don't come trolling or you might just get trolled back. As much as I love God, I do make mistakes and I do say some silly stuff sometimes. You don't have to agree with everything I say. We all have our own choices and our own, like, we could accept or deny what you want. You know what I'm saying? At the end of it, like, if God puts it in my heart to talk about forgiveness, I want to talk about forgiveness. If God puts it in my heart to talk about sins, I'm going to talk about sins. If God puts it in my heart to talk about, unaliving, like people saying to unalive yourself, then I'm going to talk about that. If God puts it in my heart to reach out and pray for somebody, I'm going to reach out and pray for somebody. So my whole channel is not about, you know, listening to music or drinking and just vibing out like that. My channel is about making actual true connections and making actual true talk and talk about real life situations, talk about real life drama, talk about real life pain, talk about real life, not just downs. We could talk about ups. We could talk about our victories. We could talk about our triumphs, our lessons that we learn in life. That's what I want this channel to be about. I want this channel to be about we all opening up to each other and having a safe place to talk, having a safe place to come in here and just be yourself and to ask for prayers, to humble yourself. That's what I want this channel to be about. And I know I changed it a few times, but right now, this is the part of my life I'm in. It's trying to humble myself and teach other people to be humble and teach ourselves to better our life. And guys, man, every one of you guys, listen, even if you drink, smoke, party, have fun, that's fine. But when you go home and you lay your head back to sleep, ask God for forgiveness. Ask God to work in your life. Ask God to let you in. Do not go to bed. Do not lose moments without a connection with God. Because if God comes and you go to sleep and you do not open your eyes the next day, I want to know that you guys are in heaven. I want to know that even if you had 80% of your day was bad, that the last 15, 20% was given to Him. Okay? Listen, submit, even if it's at night in His last day, just ask for forgiveness and let Him in, because I want you guys to go to heaven. I don't want anybody to ever suffer the gates of hell. I wouldn't wish that on an enemy, just like I wouldn't want to wish anybody saying to unalive themselves or to play Russian roulette with yourself. I would never want that for you. Even if you hurt me, even if you break me down and break my feelings down, I never want pain on any of you guys. So guys, make sure you do that. Make sure you pray and you give God your all. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Let's definitely end it on a positive note, you know what I'm saying, and of love, man. Well, I'm gonna get off here, man. I've been having to pee and I've been running around here in circles. I'm going to leave my stream. I'm not going to end my stream because I might get on my stream when I get in my room and stuff like that. See if my other people show up later that I've have on here. There's Marilyn. I haven't seen her on there for a while. The Mexican don't know how to say peace out, which I'm going to have to talk to him and at least let him know to say peace out before he leaves. And Mama Latina, I'm going to message her too because she didn't even say goodbye either. Like, what is wrong with people just getting off the live without just saying goodbye? It's a simple goodbye. It's like so easy. It's like, or put bye. Like, I can't stand that. I don't get that. Hey, man. always, every morning for being woke, and every sunset for allowing me another day. Amen for that, man. That's what I'm screaming. And at the end of it, that's what I support, and that's what I'm about. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I'm not here for views. I'm not here for likes. How often do you guys ask? You hear me asking for subscriptions? How often do you guys hear me saying, "Hey, like the channel. Hey guys, press like. Make sure you press like." I don't even ask for it. You know what I'm saying? If you don't want to like the channel, don't like the channel. If you don't want to subscribe to the channel, don't subscribe to the channel. I'm not here. I'm not selling myself. I'm not putting myself out there. I'm just trying to be who I am and be. Hey. Girl, I've been wondering, why you leave me and not say bye, Mama Latina? Why you leave me and not say bye? I was wondering, I'm talking about you, and you totally left me. Yeah, look who's back. I've been having to pee like an hour ago. I've been walking around here in circles because I have to pee. And I stayed on here talking to my girl Sable. Yeah, we're gonna need a BRB, girl. Alicia Sable ain't lying. We need a BRB. She's got a son and everything like that, so I understand that too. But girl, come on, BRB or bye, and then I can say goodbye to you, because I'll talk about you and I think you're on here, and then I do a whole little speech pattern about how I have Mama Latina love, and then Mama Latina ain't even here. Broke my heart, girl. BRB, 3 letters. I love you guys, man. On a real, I got nothing but love for you guys. But yeah, I'm about to. I'm not even gonna shut my stream off, but I'm gonna let it running. But I'm gonna come back on it. I'm just gonna click off. So guys, no, you're good, Mama Latina. Just try, like, if you can, I would really pray. If you can't and you're super busy, I totally understand. But if you can, it'd be awesome, you know, like, because and then I could be like, okay, Mama Latina's gone. I could talk about her, you know. I could talk bad about her now. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Bad joke. But oh, she gone? Oh, good. By the way, do you know Mama Latina got a nice ass? No, I'm just kidding. But anyways, let me get off that. Get back to my holiness. But all right, guys. Let me go inside. Maybe in like 15-20 minutes or something, I might come back on. And if you guys want to get back on, you can. If you're busy, I understand. But if you see me on, just show some love really quick, and I would appreciate it. But yes, we got talking then, and all of a sudden it was just him. And yeah, it was just me and you for a while. It wasn't even me and her. It shows 0, even though me and Sable were talking the whole time. I'm like, dude, I got 0 viewers. And Sable's like she's still talking to me. I'm like, what the heck? It was just me and Sable for a while. But it's all good. Like I said, man, I don't come on here for a bunch of people, man. I come on here to talk to you guys, you know, and to share my life with you guys, and my moments, my bad moments, my good moments, my okay moments with you guys. So I got nothing but love for you guys. But all right, guys, I'll catch you guys soon. Mad love, guys. I love you guys. Keep your head up. Thank you for everything you do. I appreciate your love, and I appreciate your support and everything like that. So I'll hit you guys up maybe tonight if I could get back on here. I think my roommate don't get home to a little while. All right, bye, Miss Alicia. Bye, Miss Mama Latina. And bye, the third viewer, whoever you are. God bless. Keep your head up. Mad love. Guys, make sure you pray and give God the glory. Peace.